So A and C batch students are here, right? All of you? A and C batch students are here, right? Students from A batch, please mention yes in the comment box. Students from batch A, please mention yes in the comment box. Sorry, all of you. I was having some connection issue. So we can start the lab now. I hope A and B, A and C both batch students are here. So I hope all can see the screen. Screen visible? Okay, so your next practical is based on post-session estimation. It's COCOMO model. So this is your third practical, third tutorial. This is the third tutorial, and here what you need to do, you need to estimate cost. Now, which kind of cost? So the questions are something like this. So in exam, whenever you are going to attend any kind of question, please read the question carefully. And so here, solve the problem by applying basic and intermediate COCOMO model. Right, so you need to use two models for this. So we have not covered COCOMO, so we are going to see the basics of COCOMO model first, and then we are trying to solve this problem. And so first of all, you should have understanding about COCOMO model. What is it, and what you need to do in that. So here, there is kind of scenario is given to you that let us say you are running a company and one project is given to you, and based on certain things, you need to estimate different kind of parameters. Like you need to find out the type of project, you need to find out that what will be the size of project, efforts you need to estimate, you need to give the schedule, and you need to give the kind of minimum size of team that is required to develop that software. And so this kind of things you can estimate from COCOMO model. And scenario is given to you considering your immense expertise in software development. Using this line, what you can say? So first of all, we'll try to understand the basic things. So all I request you to please be ready with pen and paper, because there is a kind of sum. Based on given scenario, you need to analyze or you need to identify few things. Right, so which kind of things you need to consider that we'll discuss. So first of all, considering your immense expertise in software development, that means that you are expert in software development field. You are having experience. You are not, you can easily understand from this first line, because this kind of lines also change your model. And how it will change, that we'll see. First of all, this line is also kind of important for identifying the model. Then absolute beginners dot inc, that is name of the company, has recently allotted you mega project. a huge project is there that is assigned to you by this firm. And what is the goal of that project? The goal of that project is to create database of all Hindi films released since 2000. So you need to create a database. And the software would allow one to generate a list of top 10 hit films. This is the second feature. So one, you need to create a database. Second, you need to create a software which is going to provide you the list of top 10 hit films, top 10 flop films, and best comedy films. So this kind of things will be provided by your software, or there is a kind of demand from this firm that okay, these are our requirements, and this kind of software we want to develop. That kind of project is assigned to you. And using your prior experience, you have decided the approximate size of each module of the software as follows. So these are as per your experience. You are having experience, and based on your experiments, you are deciding these things. These are the estimates. And so you are saying that this is kind of approximate sizes of different things, like data entry 0.9 kdsi, data update 0.7 kdsi, for query 0.9 kdsi, and report generation and display 2 kdsi. Now kdsi is nothing but line of code, you can say. Fine. So that is in kilo. Now, based on your approximate size, few more things are also given, like you are having certain constraints, and so also take into consideration the following post drivers with their ratings. Right. So whenever you are going to discuss, or we are going to discuss this COCOMO model, at that time, few post drivers will be there, which will be considered. Right. So along with all these things, approximations, you also need to consider all these things. So like software constraints, it is low, experience in developing the software is high. So all these things we'll discuss in the COCOMO model. But in short, along with this, you are also requested to consider these cost drivers. Right? So all these are the cost drivers, and it is specified that this is low, this is high, and rest you need to consider as nominal rating. Right? So whenever you are going to discuss that COCOMO model, at the time you will be you will realize that what is this low, what is high, what is this cost drivers and all. So based on this scenario, we need to estimate all these things. These questions you need to answer. So first of all, let us go to the COCOMO model. And for that, we can use virtual lab. Okay, so sharing few links with you, which are important for COCOMO model. You can refer those things. Funda is seen. Formulas will also remain same. Just explanation will be changing. Fine. So these are few links which you can refer. Let us say here from Virtual Lab. The estimation project metrics. This is important. This is relevant to our estimation. This is one website which is important, and you can get description from these links also. On this links also it is nicely explained. And so first of all, this COCOMO model, let me give you some kind of brief about it. Using this COCOMO model, what you can do, estimate that, let us say uh, how much effort will be required to develop any software. Then what should be the team size, or what should be the project size of your for the development of this software. For example, if you are saying that okay, this software is going to be developed within, let's say, 9 months or 8 months. So based on what you can estimate this kind of things. If you are saying that let us say uh, 10% will be required to develop this, so all this kind of estimation you can derive from this COCOMO model. Now this COCOMO model is having several types. And so, okay, before that, few more things are also given. The COCOMO's full form is constructive cost model. You can derive different kind of costs, and here it is mostly based on LOC, line of code. And brief or introduction history is given to you, like proposed by, let us say, Barry Boehm in 1970. And what is effort and what is schedule? And so effort is nothing but amount of labor that will be required to complete that task. If you are having one software, then how much effort will be required? Then schedule, that is that how much time it will require to develop that software or any module. And for example, if you are saying that it will require 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months. So for all this kind of estimation, this COCOMO model is there. And as per Boehm's definition, this COCOMO model is having 3 types. This COCOMO model is having 3 types. First, organic. Second, semi-detached. And third, embedded. You can divide this model in 3 types. And as we have discussed few things in that problem definition in the PDF file, based on the description of that question, you can derive that which model you need to follow. Whether you are going to follow organic model, whether you are going to follow semi-detached model, or you need to follow embedded model. And so first of all, let us try to understand this organic model. So in short, if the project that you are given is new to you, and, or for example, let us say if team size is very small, software size is very small, then you can say that it is of type organic. And in description it is given that a software project is said to be organic type whenever any project is assigned to any team. Let us say you are working in a team, and when client is coming to you and client is describing few things that these are requirements. So how can you say that it is organic or semi-detached or embedded? So based on several things, you can categorize the project. And so first is organic category, or first type is organic type. So it is saying organic if the team size required is adequately small. So if you require very few people to develop that software, the problem is well understood and has been solved in the past also. So for example, you are clear with all the topics, all the solutions, all the formulas, or you can say that which functionalities are required, which will be developed, how the development will be executed. So First thing, you require very small team. Second thing, uh, you have already worked on that project previously in past, and you are clear about all the modules, all the functionalities. And also the team members have nominal experience regarding the problem. So nominal experience is there. Let us say, for example, team has worked, let's say, around 1 or 2 years, around years of time period. So nominal experience, not that much high experience people are there. So if in your team or in your company, few people are there which are having, let us say, less experience. The person who are having less experience, you can assign that kind of project to that team, because that project is well understood, all the modules are understood. You have already worked on that kind of similar project, and let us say that project size is also very small, and team size required is also very small. Right? So whenever you're going to join, this kind of thing will happen. Let us say that company has worked on that kind of project previously. So what they will do, they will just directly approach the freshers, and they will hand over the project they have already developed. So what they will do, they will say that, okay, this is our website or this is our software that we had already developed previously. So you can refer the coding, and you can refer all the modules and all, how it is built, how coding is done. And after doing the research on that readily available project or previously made project, you can start developing. So this kind of thing will happen in your real time also whenever you join the company. Also, this is organic type of project. So if your project is having this kind of categories, or if in your problem definition in question, if you find this kind of description, then you can say that that project is categorized in the organic category. Right? So that is first category, first model. Second is semi-detached. Now, to categorize any project under semi-detached category, the criterias, like software project is said to be semi-detached type if vital characteristics such as team size, experience, knowledge of various programming environment lie between organic and embedded. Right? So let us say experience in your team, then understanding of different modules, then size, all these things are in between organic and embedded. Then you can categorize it as semi-detached. So you can say that it is between organic and embedded. So that can under this category. And the projects classified as semi-detached are comparatively less familiar, because maybe possible that few functionalities are very well understood by you, but few functionalities are new. Let us say out of 20, around 8 or 9 functionalities are well understood by you because you have already worked on it. But around 10 to 15 modules are new to you. Fine, so that is this semi-detached kind of project. And this semi-detached require more experience and better guidance and creativity compared to organic. So the developers who are going to work on this kind of project, they need to have experience more than the developers which are working on organic. And which kind of project can be categorized under this? So compilers or different embedded systems can be categorized under this kind of category. Now embedded. So from organic and semi-detached, you can easily say that in embedded, you require very high experience developers. That project will be very new to you. Almost all the features, all the are new to you. And let us say it is having lots of complexities. So it requires lots of research time, research work. And that kind of projects can be categorized under this embedded category. So a software project is requiring highest level of complexity. So very complex project, highest level of creativity and experience requirement fall under this category. So with the high complexity, it will have high complexity. It will require high experience. It is having, or it requires high creativity. Right? So you should have experienced people to deal with this kind of project, which is having complex, higher complexity, or you also need creative-based solutions. Because creativity is also required. And such software required a larger team size than these two models, organic and semi-detached. And also the developers need to be sufficiently experienced and create such complex models. And so that we already discussed that you need developers which are very highly experienced and highly creative. And all above system types utilize different values of constants used in effort calculation. So wherever they are asked to calculate efforts, at that time some constants, some fact you can say that variables will be there, which will be considered. Right? So based on the category, let us say whether the software is organic or semi-detached or embedded, to calculate effort, you are going to select the formula. But how to choose or which formula to be used to calculate efforts. A category of software, and these are the COCOMO models like basic model. So these are types of COCOMO model. These are types of or the categories of projects. These two things like basic COCOMO model and intermediate COCOMO model. These two things. Let's go to the PDF file just to reconnect these with this. So as they have mentioned that solve the problem by applying basic and intermediate COCOMO model. And they have mentioned that you need to find out the answers for these questions for both the models. Okay, so uh, this is the basic model. This is the formula for calculating efforts and different things for basic model. Then this is for intermediate model. This is for detailed model. So types of model, like we are having basic, then intermediate, and then detailed. Now, how these all models are differentiating, or how these all models are different. So, based on the things that you consider, this model will differ. For example, if you want to have the rough estimation, if you want to have rough calculation of, let us say, different things like effort, then let us say team size and all, then you can go with basic model. It is going to give you a rough estimation of all this kind of efforts. And then intermediate is in between, you can say the basic and detail, where you are going to consider few things apart from one thing, that is a line of code. Right? So one thing that you're going to consider for estimating few things, like for example basic, you are going to consider scale of line of code. Line of code. And so to estimate few things like effort, then time required to complete that project, and a number of persons required to develop that software, To find out or to do the calculate the estimation of all these three things, you just require one thing, that is line of code. You are only focusing on line of code to estimate all these things. You are not focusing on any other things. Fine. So that is about this basic model. If you want to go with intermediate model, you are also going to consider few other things, which things that we'll discuss later. But let us go with this first, basic model. In this basic model, for in this effort, you are having this one example, and they have given this kind of answers. So let us directly analyze the answers, and then we'll see the example also of this basic model. So effort is given in person month. That means that one person is going to work for 10.289 months on this project. Or you can also say that, let's say if you want to complete this project, let us say with one person, that you will require around, or this is the effort. One person will require 10.289 months to complete the project. Effort. And development time. Development time is how much period of time this project will be. And so that is 6.06237 months will be required to complete the project. And average staff required 2 persons. Right? So same things you can find out from this formula. Now here few constants are there. Let us say A, B, C, D. Effort, and you can also simply say that time is dependent on effort, and person required to complete that software is dependent on effort and time both. Fine. So you just need 1 kilo line of code. Based on this single thing, you can derive that how much effort will be required, in how much time you can complete the software, then how much or how many persons will require to complete the software. All these things you can derive from only single thing, that is kilo line of code. Now, few constants are there, like AB, then CD. So those constants are given here, and this is constant. You can also, if it is not given in your exam, then you need to remember this table with all the constants. Maybe possible that they can give constant value also, or if they are not given, you need to remember this table. Fine. So software project type, whether it is organic, whether it is semi-detached or embedded, the thing that we have discussed earlier. And so based on the description given to you about that software, you can derive whether project organic or semi-detached or embedded. Fine. So just say that let us say one scenario is given to you that that software is requiring very few team members, and you have already worked on that kind of project, and it is well understood by you. Fine. So based on this kind of description, which category is applied to that project? Organic. Fine. So you can use this constant ABCD, that is 2.4 for A, 1.05 for B, 2.5 for C, and 0.38 for D. Fine. So just assume that one kind of scenario is going to be that let us say one application is required to build, or one company is giving you a kind of project where you need to develop an application where let's say sign in sign up is there, or a few things are given to you, and in short, overall, let us say 2000 line of code need to be developed. That is your estimation, that to build that software or application, we will require 2000 line of code. Fine. So based on that, you can, what you can do, you can simply put that value here, 2000, or line of code is that, so you can use 2 here because it is in kilo. And so as it is in kilo, you can simply use 2 here. Then as from the description itself, you can say that the project is categorized in the orbit. So you can use all these constants. Fine. So what will be the calculation? Let us do that. So from here, let us say one kind of scenario that we have discussed that is given to you, and it is saying that let us say 1,000 uh, line of code is for developing one module, then 1,000 line of code is required to develop second module, and it is only having two modules in that application of software. What you can say, what is the value of KLOC? 2. Here we are not going to consider 1,000 because it is in kilo. Right? So 2 will be the KLOC, who is the value of KLOC. And as for the description, we can say that the software will categorize under organic. So you can use the formula like effort required is A into KLOC raised to B. That's the value of A as per that table is 2.4 into 2 raised to B. Value of B is 1.05. Fine. So calculate this thing and give the answer. So thank you so much for the answers, Abhishek, Harshit. So you can take the round figure also. Now, again, as we have derived that this is organic category, we are also going to follow the same table. So here the C value is 2.5 into, let's say 5 raised to value of B is 0.38. Let's find the value. Okay, Avinash is saying 4.60, Avinash is saying 3.25. Need few answers to confirm. Saying 4.60. 4.60. Okay, 4.60 is the correct answer. So again, you can take some kind of round figure. Let us say, let us consider the ceiling value. Again, 5. So time will be also. So few things you need to remember that here, this effort that you will get will be person per month, neither week nor year. It is in month. And here, time that you will get will be also in terms of months. So 5 months will be required to develop that software. And now, last thing, that is person required. So effort divided by time. Is around 1. And so you can say that one person is required for that. And so from single thing, from KLOC, from code itself, you have derived these three things: how much effort will be required, how much time it will require to complete that software, and how many person will be required to do the task, to develop that software. Okay, now giving you one more scenario. Let us assume that KLOC given to you, let us say KLOC given to you is, let us say, line of code is 12,000, LOC 12, LOC 12,000. Both are same. And based on description, let's say you are saying that the type of software is or let us take summary test. You need to find out effort, you need to find out time required to complete that software, and person required to develop that software. So you can take down these values. Let me show the question also. So this is the question again. Line of code. This is total line of code. Maybe possible that they are going to divide this line of code into different modules. Like let us say one module is of 4,000 line of code, then second module is of again 4,000, third module is of one of again 4,000. So in total, you can say that whole software will require 12,000 line of code. Kind of this can also be asked there in that question. So software is semi-detached, effort, time, and person required into calculate. Here's the second question. I hope you have noted down the question. Now showing and that table will be constant to any resource you are referring, any website. This constant will remain same. Let's use these values and let us say value of A for semi-detached is 3.0, B 2, C 2.5, and D 0.35. These are the formulas. And these things we are considering here, we are only considering LOC. For deriving effort, time, or person required, we are only considering LOC. That's how you can say that you can, if no any other kind of things are mentioned, no any other kind of details are given, they are only giving you the KLOC. That means that you need to follow basic COCOMO model. Okay, Harshit is saying that E is 48.50. Okay, Harshit is saying that P is equal to 9.76. Okay, and percent required is 4.987. Okay. Approximately 5. Thank you so much, Harshit, for answering all the questions. Thank you so much, all of you. So these are the answers that effort part is if one person is going to work on it, one person is going to require 48.5 months. So this project is going to require 48.5 months if it is going to develop by one person. There is effort. Time required is 9.72 months, and person required to work on it is 5. If 5% is going to work on it, it is going to require 9.76 months. Fine, so that is this basic COCOMO model. Now about intermediate COCOMO model that we'll discuss in the next lab. So let us keep up to this only for today's lab. And so after discussing all these models and all these formulas and all, you will be able to answer the questions which are mentioned in the PDF file. And whenever you are going to read any question, please read the description carefully. Just from description, you can derive that whether it is organic or semi-detached or let us say embedded. Then what is the type, whether it is basic or intermediate or detailed COCOMO model. So which model you need to follow, which type of project is there. So all these things you can derive from the description. Fine. So now taking the attendance, here we are having 2 batches. So first of all, students from A batch, again repeating, students from A batch can write down the enrollment number in the comment box. Students from batch A. So now students from C batch can mention the numbers. Students from C batch, please mention the numbers. Okay, fine. Thank you so much all of you for this attending this lab.